Hey everybody, thank you for clicking. I'm BJ, this is Brickhouse Builds, and this is Wanda. This is a 1980 XS400 Yamaha. Now, if you guys are new here, definitely subscribe. I post a lot of motorcycle content on how to turn these things from stock to pretty fun bikes, you know. So this one's going to be a nice little cafe brat whenever it's done. But I also have a lot of other builds going on, whether it be choppers, adventure bikes, or scramblers, or whatnot. So definitely don't miss out. If you are a previous subscriber, if you've seen a lot of my videos before, you might be familiar with the CX build I'm doing. This is not going to be like that. This is going to be a low buck, kind of down and dirty, fun bike. So this is not going to be a long time project. And the episodes are not going to be so directly focused on like individual jobs and like a how-to sense. So definitely stick around. We're going to have some fun, just kind of clipping things together, just making this one fun and stress-free. So anyway, hope you enjoy the video. All right, first order of business on the XS400 here is not anything aesthetic-wise, but rather to fix this dang front tire. So this has been flat since I bought it because whoever had this in the past tried to actually use the old tube. I don't know if you can really see in there. Use an old tube with the valve stem to actually seal this. So the tire can't get past the old chunk of tube that's in there. So I have to pull the front wheel off, go ahead and remove the tire, and I'll clean it and then put a new actual valve stem in it and then hopefully seat the bead. Man, it's like the simple stuff, but not that it's a heavy bike, but I don't want to have to roll it around on a flat tire. It's embarrassing. So anyway, we're gonna get this thing off here and get this taken care of. Alright, we're going against my core values here, and we're not completely refinishing every nut and bolt and replacing everything all at once. In fact, we're going to take this wheel and probably just put it back on without refinishing everything, and this is like really, I struggle with this. It'll be okay. Not everything has to be perfect, but anyway, trying to make a little bit of improvement here. I had to make some adjustments anyway. But for now, I do have the chain tensioners and stuff just sitting here soaking in some evapor rust, getting them cleaned up a little bit before I put them back on. But went ahead and pulled the wheels off. I did have to remove the sprocket because this thing is completely wore out. I don't know if you can see those teeth, how they're pitched to I guess your right now. But yeah, sprocket's worn out, so I'm gonna have to put a replacement on there. And then beyond that, bearings look fine, so I'll just reuse those. You know, tires always held air, it's been fine, and it's brand new. I did reseal the front, so I was able to get away with not having to actually remove the tire. So I was able to pull the old chunk of tube out of it, wherever I put it. That's somewhere. Yeah, they used a piece of tube with the valve stem on it and try to have that as the sealer. It's so stupid. They could have just went to an auto parts store and grabbed almost any tire stem and it probably would have worked, but they chose to do it the wrong way. So anyway, I was able to, since the bead was already broken, pushed it down, and then I was able to get a valve stem in here and then put that back up and then go ahead and seat the bead, and it's fine now. So one problem solved. And I went ahead and put that back on, obviously. So the big order of business for this is going to be building, laying out the electronics tray. So I'm probably going to start mapping that out. I'm going to trim this up a little bit. I'll cut that bracket off, and there's a couple tabs on the side I still need to cut off. So that's going to be what I begin working on. And what I'm thinking is I might still order like go through my stash and get a fender and try to do like a fender instead of laid up top here, lay one in like down into the bike, and then the tray will probably be from about right here forward. And I have some wood blocks that I have simulated over like my anti-gravity battery sizes, so I have those as dummy blocks. I know what kind of space to build them around, and we should be good there. I know 1.25 inches is about the depth I like to go for, that I can get away with. But yeah, just gonna start laying stuff out and slowly cleaning it up, and then eventually I probably will do a tear down of the bike, and you know, I'll spray paint the frame in like an epoxy paint, and then like a good 2K like satin clear probably. We'll make it nice. Continuing on. So these are the shocks that came off the bike, and I want to exchange them for these ones, which just look a little bit nicer, and they're about 1/4 to 1/2 inch longer. So just want to swap them out, and I need to change the bushings in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these uppers to try to swap into here, and then the lowers I have another solution for, but this is not anything elegant or high-tech. Pop it in the vise. Started. There it is. So I'll swap these into the other shock and be good as new. So we're going to keep it simple on this one. I'm keeping the stock headers, so I'll just build off of these, and that'll save me a lot of time. But we got to get rid of that. So bandsaw. I wasn't sure when I first got into this, or when I first looked at this. Obviously this is 2 layers. This outer layer was like just some welded together garbage, but the inner layer I didn't know if it was a factory pipe, because a lot of these exhausts are like sleeved. And it appears... Nope, it was not sleeved. So we got lucky. So I just got to get this last little bit out of here. Not a big deal. We'll figure it out. Well, been here messing with this exhaust, and I'm looking at these primaries, and they appear, this is how little I've looked at this bike before, but they're definitely different lengths. Now, whenever I got the bike, the pipes were just kind of down either side, and they had like some Sportster mufflers on them. You know, it looked like I didn't really like it, but anyway, I'm thinking, instead of, I'm trying to save time here, so instead of like shortening one and having them both run down the side, I might see if I can run them off to one side. Because that reaches really nice. That's where it would fit flush with the head. I don't know, maybe I'll do something like that. Cross them over, maybe like a little 2-in-1. I don't know. Play around with this idea. Or maybe I could run 2 of them underneath. Let's try this. Let's try this. Same same premise. Under the bike? No. We gotta figure this out. I'll come up with something though. Alright. I don't hate it. It's kind of reminiscent of the GS450 scrambler that I did. I put up some videos like earlier this year of it, but I had a 2-in-1. They both kind of just came off to the side like this, and then they went into a single muffler off the side. Sounded really good. So again, the whole idea with this is just to kind of keep it really basic and simple. So instead of me building an entire exhaust system, what I think I might do is rock this. So I am picky though. This pipe is leaning out a little bit further than the rear pipe. So what I might do is see if I can heat it up right in this area and then just bend it in a little bit more. And then it's 1.5 OD diameter. I have a lot of tube that's already like that. I have some other sizes as well. So what I think I might do is go ahead and I'll get with Cone Engineering and I'll get a merge for this. Or maybe I'll make a merge. I don't know. I'll probably just buy one. That'll save me some time. But do a 2-in-1, and we'll have a merge about right here, and then a single muffler just hanging from the stock mount. And I think that'll look really good. Be real simple, and I think they sound a lot better than just a twin pipe, twin cylinder kind of bike. I like a 2-in-1 sound. So I'll probably get on ordering some parts. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive. And then that saves money buying one muffler instead of two. Perfect. Pipes are level right here, so I don't want to get too greedy, but we got just a little bend in it. That's what we wanted. So as I've mentioned, I want to backdate this thing to like a XS360 type ignition, like just kind of points plate, or well, just points in general. Real simple, just a few wires. And then this being kind of like spare parts, I do have a set of Dyna coils that we'll throw on here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove just all of the old stuff. I had kind of poor luck with old Yamaha coils. I haven't tested these, so it's not like I'm going to throw them away. But not going to get my hopes up that they work. Since we have some that'll work for our needs, we're going to go ahead and use those. Be good to your tools. So per some digging, what I like to do to kind of confirm parts interchangeability is I go in Partzilla and I look at different year models and stuff like that and see if I can match up part numbers. So I wanted to see if I could backdate the ignition, and to do that you'd have to fit the advancer unit from the point style bike. So I need to see if that'll fit. So anyway, turns out that the 1978, 79 XS400 shares the same camshaft, which means that the existing advancer unit should fit on the cam, and therefore plate and everything. Even though they don't really list those parts, you know, that does give me a good idea that the idea will work. So, not that this is bad, but we're just not going to use it. Keep it simple.